Before I start, I just want to say for Jessica and for Sid, we'd be honored if afterwards, if you give me Byron's name and also his date of death, if you can join our memorial wall. We have here at Starting Point, we have at the front door when you came in, and that particular wall is filled already, and now we're working on this wall. This is our memorial wall, and every day when I come in, we have a quiet little prayer service and thanksgiving for all the people that have touched us and touched these walls at one time or another. So we're very proud to have his name join us up here. Okay, so I'll see you afterwards. Before I start today, I just want to first of all say thank you. I kind of enjoyed being here, especially being at Starting Point. It's kind of neat. Especially being at this podium. I want to read something I shared with you. It's kind of something my wife and I do at nighttime. They're worthy of love meditations. I want to kind of share this one with you because it's kind of a theme of what I want to share with you today. The quote is from Gibran. When love beckons to you, follow him, though his ways are hard and steep. There will be many opportunities to express love in the days ahead, and some may be cloaked in harsh wrappings. Perhaps an argument will wound and then be healed by the exchange of loving words and intimate gestures. Maybe a friend or lover will be called away for a while, and the pain of loneliness will make us question our commitment to love. Yet in loving unconditionally, we'll find peace. Love, though a soft word and a gentle image, doesn't always promise us soft, gentle moments. Sometimes love offers us a pained heart and empty arms. We know love comforts, and not always. Love heals, but in its own time. The desire to know love draws us together always. I'm going to take a break from podiums. I had about 20 years plus standing behind those things. What can I tell you? We're getting ready to celebrate tomorrow, the 4th of July. It's called the Day of Independence, the Day of Freedom. And one of the things I'm going to share with you today is something that I feel very strongly in my own heart, that freedom is a word that we kind of throw around a lot today, especially because we have a tendency very many times to take a lot of things for granted. But freedom is a very powerful word, because with freedom comes responsibility, comes growth, comes openness, comes honesty. A lot of things come together with that very powerful word. Everything in life that's kind of free and beautiful is something we have to kind of struggle for and work for. I've learned over the years that things that are worthwhile are things that we have to work ourselves through. There are some very special people I want to share with you today. I want to go back quite a few centuries, even though I wasn't alive then, but I want to go back. Maybe I was in past lives, I don't know. But the concept is, years ago, there's some very beautiful people that they actually honor in the aspect of many of our wonderful institutions today. One is called St. John of God. The other one is called St. Teresa. The other one is St. Augustine. And more modern times, Gandhi, Dr. King, the founders of AA, Dr. Bob and Bill W. All these very wonderful and powerful people all gave us the exact same message. And they give it to us over and over and over again. And those messages were heard this morning. They'll be heard for centuries to come. And it goes right back to what St. John of God said a long time ago. He said, every person on their journey in life must experience the dark night of their soul. A very powerful book that he wrote a long time ago. You know, it's kind of interesting, having been in the seminary, we kind of had to study that book. I'm kind of glad we had to study it now, even though when I studied it, I didn't want to study it. What can I tell you? But he said something very powerful. He said that everything that we develop in life, every growth process, to the last moment of our life, comes through struggle. Struggle is a gift. St. Augustine wrote in the Confessions of St. Augustine something very beautiful, if you know much about the life of St. Augustine. He was a person that in terms of today probably belong to SA, NA, AA, GA, ZA, and BA. In short, he was kind of a wild man. Today we refer to him as a player and nut. We look at him today and he will probably be in one of our, psychiatric institutions. What's so beautiful about him, though, he experienced something and he talks about it all the time. He came to a moment in his life of total despair, total emptiness, total frustration, to a point where he was ready to commit suicide. He came right down to the bottom of the ladder. And at that moment, he discovered something. He discovered two magical words. He finally was able to say them. And the words were, "Help me." Those two words, those were two very spiritual and beautiful words, began him on his journey to freedom and independence. He began to realize that the battle going on inside of him is the battle that goes on inside of each and every one of us. We look at our world today and we get so caught up in fear. We can call it economic fears, physical fears, mental fears, all kinds of fear. You look at a newscast, one of the reasons I don't watch the news, but basically, you look at all these newscasts and everything else, they talk about fear. And yet the greatest, powerful, most beautiful message we get from Scripture, we get it from everything we do in life, is that the opposite of fear is love. We have this powerful energy inside of us, and we talked about it today in the word spirit. There's something very powerful inside of each and every one of us. It's that spirit of openness, that spirit of freedom, that spirit to grow. But every one of us has to earn it. We have to struggle through it. We all have our stuff, let's face it. I joke about this all the time. I say that every one of us carries our stuff. Some of us have suitcases. Some of us have trailers. Many of us have moving vans. And for some of us, we have a train. But it's still stuff. But one of the things I'm going to share with you is something that I love from the AA program, which is so beautiful, so spiritual, and so powerful. There are these three beautiful words: experience, strength, and hope. Every experience that we go through in life, I don't care what it is. I don't care how many things we've gone through, how much hurt we've gone through, how much pain we've gone through. And all of us have our walls, our defenses, our hurt, our struggles. We all have them. Congratulations. The beautiful thing in life, every experience one day, if we are open, and if we really approach things through the eyes of love, through the eyes of faith, through the eyes of spirit, they will one day become our strength. I truly believe in something very powerful that's been taught to us over the years, that in life there's something called balance, and balance is what it's really all about. We all get scared. We get scared of relationships, we get scared of decisions, we get scared of a lot of things in life. But the thing we have to understand about life is a series of risks, and we got to take them. Will they work? Won't they work? Will we figure them out? Won't we figure them out? I don't know. I don't want to know. That's not what life is. Life is this wonderful, powerful adventure of experiences and of struggles and of growth and things that we have to go through that give us a sense of independence and give us a sense of freedom. You ever look at the history of our country, or any country, I don't care what the country is, the history of the civil rights movement, the history of any type of powerful movement in our society. Every basic movement came through struggle, came through growth. And one of the things we have to understand is that growth and that struggle and that growth that takes place inside of us, that sense of freedom, comes from those two beautiful words, help me. St. Thomas said it so beautifully. He said, no man is an island. We cannot walk the journey of life alone and by ourselves. It's a very lonely journey. We all need one another. We need each other. We need to grow together and learn together. To reach out and to really experience the gift of love with each other, with another person, everything's a risk. My buddy Yogi Berra said it so beautifully. He says you can't get to second base till you take the lead off first. Sometimes you make it, sometimes you don't. The best baseball player on the face of the earth gets a hit 3 out of 10 times. Imagine that. Which means 7 times he makes an out. In our wonderful program of recovery, they teach us progress, not perfection. They teach us to realize the fact everything we do in life, we have to work through, we have to struggle through. I don't know about you, but I know one thing in my life, and your life too, I know that. Everything that I've gone through, I've experienced, I've gone through in life, the mistakes I've made, the hurt, the pain, the struggle, I come here today in the spirit of gratitude for every inch of it. Because it's brought us to where we are today. It's brought us to the people we're walking along with. And realize the fact that everything that we experience will one day become our strength. And from it then will come our hope. See, whether you realize it or not, every one of us in this room, no exception, I hate to tell you this, every one of us in this room is simply a conduit for the higher power, a conduit for God. God speaks through us, through every human being, even those that are struggling and hurting. And God brings people into our life every day to teach us about that beautiful thing of freedom. But I know something today. I can only be free if I'm willing to face things, I'm willing to take risks, I'm willing to be open, and I'm willing to continue to grow. So freedom's not an easy word. It's a powerful word. Independence is not an easy word. You know, I got a kick out of it when my stepdaughters turned 18, they all decided to tell us we're free. And I said, that's interesting. I remember my middle stepdaughter saying to my wife one day when she turned 18, she said, I am now a free person. And my wife said, go. She said, where? She said, well, you're free. Then my wife informed her about her freedom. She said, from now on, we're charging you rent to live in the house. And she yelled out, I can't believe you're making me pay rent to live in my own house. My wife said, the last time I checked, your name's not on the mortgage papers. But if you choose to put it on there, we'll teach you freedom. You see, we realize something which is so powerful. All of us, no matter who we are, we have to work through stuff. Please don't look for magic. And don't look for answers. It's just life. Be open to it. Be open to the journey. Be open to the moment. Be open to the day. Now, if you want to make yourself nuts and make yourself crazy, try to figure out life. I've learned something on this journey. It's so much more fun just to experience it, to go through it, to celebrate it, and to let my defenses down. I don't like walls anymore. And I saw a lot of walls. I was a prison chaplain for 9 years. Interesting walls. But I realized something today. Freedom's inside here. Freedom's not about all those things that fear gives us. And so each one of us in this room is a walking miracle. Congratulations. If you have a sense of faith, a sense of hope, but real faith and real hope comes through the gift of sharing. And hope means service. It means allowing the gift of yourself to be shared with others. But I'm going to tell you a secret. It's so beautiful. If we truly, truly walk our journey and live our life, by the way we live our life, the spirit and the energy inside of us will reach out and touch others. Everything comes from the inside out. So it's not about how much you have. It's not about how powerful you are. It's not about prestige. It's not about titles. It's simply the fact that we're just a bunch of beautiful human beings walking the face of this earth, We have aches and we have pains. We have struggles. We have things that we go through. And thank God for them. What's so beautiful about that is that one day all of us will be able to go back and be connected to our Creator and realize the fact that God's working with us. This morning, I took my father-in-law to church, and basically the scripture reading for today was something very interesting. The scripture simply said, "Come to me, all you who are burdened, and I will give you rest." Go back to what St. Augustine said. He said the words, "Help me." Prayer is simply asking for help. Prayer is simply being open. Prayer is just living to the best of our ability who we are. Don't be afraid. Walk in faith, walk in love, walk in hope, and know, if you have faith, everything will move where it's supposed to move in spite of us. And try to remember something I learned from our beautiful 12-step program. Everything in life happens in God's time, not in our time. We're very crazy people. We keep trying to figure everything out. Will it work? Won't it work? Will this happen? Won't that happen? Let me tell you a secret. Who the hell knows? Nobody knows. So keep it simple. I love that wonderful phrase in AA, KISS. Keep it simple, you know what. And the beautiful thing about life is be open, celebrate, but don't be afraid to go through your struggles. Because from struggles and responsibility comes the gift of freedom. So tomorrow, enjoy your picnics, enjoy the fireworks, enjoy all that stuff. But remember something, that's not what it's all about. It's about what's inside. It's about responsibility and freedom inside of ourselves as a person. And the bottom line is, just be open to grow and learn from every experience and every person you meet in the course of your journey. Now I'm going to close this with a simple little meditation. So you just relax and close your eyes.